I'm gonna go ahead and go live on Facebook. Then we can just start the show like normal. I've got my phone on me, so if he needs me to come down, he'll text me, and then I can make it happen. Yeah, we're live. Facebook is going. Okay, keep an eye on the audio. All right, let's do it.
You ready?
I'm ready. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, like on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. This is the game plan here on this Friday afternoon. We made it once again. It is Friday evening. Hey, if you tuned into our morning show this morning, I basically said the same thing. It was a little bit of a congrats, you made it. You did it, another one in the books, and we're still feeling the same thing now. I hope everybody has had a great day as we prepare to get back into the school semester. The fall semester is coming up. I could talk about it again, but I'll save you the explanation. Just a reminder, we're doing all the high school sports and college sports around here. Next Monday is our volleyball coaches show, and we'll see if we can get a football coaches show on Tuesday. But that's all I'll say about that because I've been saying it pretty much every day this week. So, yes, we're here on the game plan. We've got a special guest come tonight. He's going to join us here in a little bit. Keeping an eye on my phone, I'll let you know when he arrives. But college athlete, baseball player, a kid I have played with myself. Great guy. Love him. Super funny as well. We're going to come on, talk some pro sports, some college sports, and maybe most interestingly, talk NIL right now. NIL has taken a lot of different forms. You've heard about it in the news constantly at the D1 college level, but it's also at these lower levels. I think it may even honestly be getting into high school now, but I don't know the specifics on that. So we'll talk about that with our guest when he gets here. His name is Trey. I'm very much looking forward to everybody meeting him. But yeah, Mike, how's your day been? We're in the studio here in OKC, folks. And once again, again, thank you for tuning in on Facebook if you are.
And it was busy, productive. Had to put out a couple of fires, but didn't turn into a raging forest fire. Thank goodness.
Had to put out a couple fires, the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a busy day, but I haven't been out on the road. I've been here in the studio all day. And you and I have been doing pretty much the same thing all day.
Yeah. We both had deadlines. My deadline was 12:30, and your deadline was probably about 3.
Yeah, I've been editing videos. Yeah. Mike does the same thing. It takes a while. Yeah, I've got 2 I'm working on. I finished one at about noon today, and I've been working on the other one. Not going to get done before the weekend, but I didn't think it would, so we're going to pick that back up Monday. Go from there.
There's an old saying about when it comes to this, is that you want it's fast, cheap, and good. Pick 2.
Yeah, you can't have all 3. That is very true. It's like smart, strong, quick. I'm trying to think. There's like a video that pops up on sports media every now and then. Yeah. And it's like you want a player that is smart, strong, and quick. You slide one smart and strong, but he's not fast. Yeah. Smart and fast, but he's not strong. Exactly. Strong and fast, but he's not smart. It's like you can't ever have all 3. That's what makes those 5-star prospects a once in a lifetime generational talents, right?
Or when you play Madden or NBA 2K, 99% guys is over.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Is there a new? That's my phone. Sorry, that picked up. Is there a new? There's the new college football that came out. Is there another one on the way already?
Remember, because of the NIL lawsuits, the lawsuit that led to the creation of NIL, they had to stop making college football versions of Madden, whatever it was called back in the day, because of players' name and likeness. That's what all bore out from. Now that it's been kind of resolved, I remember the only thing I remember seeing was there was a story about maybe the one that was the dominant EA made that was the dominant one about 10, 12 years ago that led to the lawsuit. They might be trying to get back in the game, start making unintended, start making games.
Right. I don't know. Hey, our guest is here. I'm going to run down and meet him. So sorry, it's a little bit short notice, but that's the whole point of this show today. So I got to go get him up here. We'll be back in a couple minutes. I got to run down.
All right, guys, coming up.
All right, we're back.
All right.
Mike, this is Trey. Trey, this is Mike. He's our board operator.
Back.
This is for you. Clip that on your shirt.
You know, that's my little-
Okay, made it back just in time, folks. Looks like we are still good on the Facebook. I got to clip this back on my chest 1 second here. You're listening to the game plan. We're still technically in segment number 1, I guess we're going to say. We had to send it to a short break because our guest has arrived at the studio. If you're watching on Facebook, you can see him in all his glory right now. Mr. Trey Allison, thank you for joining the show.
Yes, sir. I'm very blessed to be on the show with Luke here. I'm very blessed here to be on the show with Luke here. It's the blessing and all glory to God.
Hey, I've been looking forward to this one for a while. Ever since I reached out to you, I was like, I got to get Trey on the show, man. He's just funny dude, loves sports, and I know he'll enjoy this. So it's good to have you on.
Yes, sir.
And I love what you said right there at the end. Hey, glory to God. That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
All right, so college athlete.
Yeah.
The semester has already started.
Yeah.
We were talking about on the way up. You've got sand workout starting next week. But here in this first segment, I just wanted to talk about what you were up to. So you and I both went to Southwestern Christian University. I've mentioned it. We played on the baseball team together. So I've known you for just over a year now. This year, you said it was a boring first couple of days, first off, which I thought was funny. Have you already started to have the meetings and go through all the orientation stuff?
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about what the semester's been like so far.
This semester, like with baseball, feels a little different. Like coaches, like sounds like he's taking a different approach. Like he says, it's a coach year. And when I walked in there, my first thought was, oh, heck. So he's like, he sounds more serious and different than he did last year. I can tell like his approach is more different, and he's setting like a standard this year.
Okay.
And like my mindset coming into the year was just be a good team player, but it was just one of the things I had was being on time. So it was just being on time more, and coach was telling me that he was praying for me over the summer, and so the whole summer my approach was just be a better team player and fix the little things that I had. So, but the first couple of days it was just me new teammates and me new players, stuff like that. So just really just listening to how coach is going to go about the year.
I'm going to have to ask you a little bit more about that. So you said he's changed his approach. He's more serious. Can you explain that a little bit more for me?
He's always been serious, but this
That's
year
true.
he's always been serious. But he said it's a culture year because there's a lot of new guys here.
Okay.
And so like when I walked in the room and when I just listened to him talk, he's about business this year. I'm not saying he wasn't last year, but this year
Right.
it's a new set of guys in town, and he really wants the older upperclassmen to set the standard. So he's a little bit more onto us this year.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, because we did have a very big senior class. We graduated like 20, maybe a little bit over. It was huge for Southwestern Christian. That's a huge senior class out of baseball. But so the new guys, how many? If you had to guess about how many new people are there?
Oof. I was like, there's still a couple guys here that I know, but there's a lot of new guys, like new freshmen, new juniors, stuff like that. It was like a whole new atmosphere in the room on the baseball team.
Right, so it's like the majority of the program is new. It's not like half and half anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't envy you for having to learn all those names anymore. Tell you what, man. For those who don't know, we would have to learn every name, obviously. All the new guys, you'd have to know the old guys. If you didn't, the entire team would run sprints. If you still failed to get them, so on and so forth, throughout the year, you had things like wall sits and hour-long power hours with Coach Joe Blackwell in your future. I thankfully never had to do one of those, but I know a couple guys who did. So, not fun. And what are your classes looking like this year, Trey?
So right now I'm currently taking a weight conditioning class, and I'm taking a nutrition class and science and a biology class. Science lab class, that's which is biology, and then the regular biology class.
I took that biology with lab my senior year. It was like one of the last basic credits I need. What was I going to ask? Oh, yeah, because you're a kinesiology major, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit more about the kinesiology program. I was a business major and an English minor, so I didn't have anything to deal with this.
So the kinesiology program, it's a really good program here. The classes are really easy, but it's a really good program. Helps me get into coaching and what it's really like and stuff like that. The people there are really nice, and it's like majority sports.
Is that what you want to do, coaching after college?
Coaching, helping out kids, stuff like that.
Following in the great Grayson Edwards' footsteps, I see. Hey, congratulations to Coach Edwards. Now he's got a coaching gig down in Texas. You know about it, but he's a great guy. We both played with him a little bit. He coached us his last year after he had stopped playing. So I enjoyed seeing him doing that. What is it about coaching that you like so much, helping out the kids?
Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to do something in sports. It's just something about coaching, like not just coaching, just kids. When I see a kid walk in the room, it just makes me happy and smile and stuff like that. And I've always been like a sweet, kind person. I kind of got it from my mom, and my dad kind of was the person who kind of taught me to be a man and stuff like that. But my mom, she's kind of the person who made me the sweet person I am today. I looked at her footsteps growing up, and then I was the first person in my family to really play baseball. And so I kind of just, when I look at coaching, I just kind of love making kids' days, stuff like that.
There you go. He just wants to pour into those young lives. I like it, man. I like it. You're there. That a boy. Hey, we're already at 15 minutes through the show. I know we went to our break earlier, but I think we're going to send it to another just to maintain that timing. You're listening to the Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, live on Live 365 and on Facebook. Hi, Facebook. Wave at the Facebook, Trey. Tune in there. We're sending it to commercial break. More from Trey Allison after this. It's probably nice not having to go to all that new student orientation stuff.
Wow. Yeah. This is my first time doing this.
I tell you're a little nervous, but once we get you talking about sports, don't worry about it.
I wonder if Blackwell's going to watch it.
I don't know. I doubt he knows we're doing this, to be honest. I doubt Blackwell is keeping up with what I'm doing on Facebook Live too much.
Yeah. This is my first time ever doing something like this. It's really cool.
It's pretty fun, yeah. I'll just think of it like you and I are just having a conversation and there happens to be a microphone there. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. If we ever have to do some sort of segment, some promotion, we'll handle that. That's our job. You can just be there and just talk about sports. All right. So what do you want to talk about next? I said we can keep the college stuff going, talk about the NIL.
NIL, yeah.
You want to do that next?
Yeah.
We can do that. Then we'll do baseball and football, round things out, final half hour. All right.
Talk about Longhorns.
Yeah, I figured we would.
I'm working the OU games.
I brought you into enemy territory here, but we'll get a good conversation about it. You remember my grandmother?
She's watching it?
Mm-hmm. She actually wants me to tell you to hold the microphone closer so they can hear you better.
Hold the microphone closer?
That one.
Oh, this one.
Actually, probably both. If you clip that on to like the bottom of your collar, it might pick you up a little better.
So, right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You said what?
You were fine when you were holding it. The bigger one, you were fine. So. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. One back.
15 seconds.
There you go.
There you go.
And we welcome you back to segment number 2 here on the Game Plan. Another 15 minutes coming at you. Thank you, everybody, tuning in, whether you're listening online on Live 365 or on Facebook, facebook.com/The Gospel Station Sports and Talk. It actually might be just Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We're a page. You can find us. I trust you guys are technologically capable enough. Hey, we're on the show on this Friday afternoon with Mr. Trey Allison, great friend of mine, a teammate. We played in college, and we're on the show talking about, now in this segment, we're going to talk about college NIL deals and what that looks like for an athlete. So you and I have been talking a little bit leading up to this show. I asked you a little bit about it. But NIL has become maybe the story of college athletics over these past few years.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed the landscape entirely at D1.
Mm-hmm.
But those opportunities are not just available to D1 athletes. They're available to guys like us that played at the NAIA level.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you say you had an NIL deal? Sorry, that you were taking part in?
So I didn't say I had one yet, but what I said was I'm in this program where we do true NIL content. So what we do is I was in this course.
Okay.
It's called Raisin Brand University. And
Right,
how I
right.
got into it was I was at the gym like 10 night. I walked in and I met this dude and I was talking about NIL. I think Nico Lamiaba, he transferred. That stuff was happening.
Mhm.
And so we just got into talk about NIL, and he hit me up, and we started connecting, and he booked a call, and he got me into his course. The course is $5,000 regularly, but he got into it for free because he told me like you just seem like a really good guy that wants to win and stuff like that. And so it's true NIL, and we're making content, expressing ourselves and showing ourselves who we are, and you get to email brands and stuff, and when sometimes they won't reply back, but um from what he's told me was um he's emailed, my coach has emailed 26 brands, and three of them have replied back. So it's really about, like, you just make videos expressing yourself and who you are. You keep emailing companies, you just keep showing yourself, and it's for people like us, so D2 athletes, D3 athletes, NAIA people, and it's to help us establish ourselves and to really change our lives from this point on.
Okay. That's so interesting to me because the extent I had of it was an app called NIL Club, and I didn't care about it at all. Do you still have that on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Does that work? I don't know. See, I never tried to learn about that.
So what it is like you watch courses about how NIL works, and you watch courses about all the rules and regulations, stuff like that. They even talk about getting agents and stuff like that. And so I haven't really got and looked at an agent yet, but I've been just focused on making my first video and putting myself out there, because I also have a channel, a content channel that I do, and I was kind of already thinking about making more content, expressing myself more.
Okay. So you're still in the whole NIL program. You're still kind of at the basic level, still working your way into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know. I was a little bit confused on how it works. It's like I said, I'm super unfamiliar with it.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it? So you said you go out, you try to get these sponsors, you're working on it. Is there a specific type of video they want you to promote, or is it just whatever you want to make?
It's just expressing yourself and showing these companies who you are so they can work with you.
Okay, so it really is personal in that aspect. Whatever you want to make, whatever you're interested in around the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's pretty neat. Have you gotten some ideas? You still brainstorming on those?
I'm still thinking about it.
All right, you'll have to let me know. I'll have to go see some of those videos when they're done. Yeah, NIL at the top level, obviously it's causing, you mentioned that the transfers are going, like it's really changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
At the smaller levels, do you think it'll ever get to that level of impact at like D2, D3?
That's a good question. There's not a lot of money in the schools for it to be like that. There's not a lot of eyes on the D2, D3, and NIA people.
That's pretty fair.
So I say, like, with these type of brand deals, it starts off with little things like this. And my coach, from what he was telling me, was he wished they had this program in school so more athletes can do this, because it helps some athletes, pay for college and stuff like that if, they can get lucky and stuff like that. So I say for D2, D3, NII athletes, it won't be like the top D1 deals that you see, but it will be something like small. Let's say like $100 to $500 or $60 a week. So
like a paycheck almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just extra income. Hey, I like that. That's interesting. See, I thought it was all just trying to hit those really big numbers and just doing what all you can to hit that max.
It's possible of happening. You just got to keep making videos and keep expressing yourself out there.
Right.
It can definitely happen, though.
Interesting. So tell us a little bit more about the course you went through. Like, was it a nightly thing? What presentations, videos?
So the course was like kind of just me just sitting there watching videos, learning about how NIL works. Because I'm an athlete, but I don't know how it works. So I went through all these courses. I watched how it worked, and I watched how to express myself to these brands so they can maybe like sign a guy like me to a contract or something like that. And so what it was is just literally really just getting information and learning about how to be successful in this field. And not only that, but from what he's told me was I can do this after I'm done playing ball. I can continue. I can establish my brand and stuff like that. So this course is kind of just, you watch videos, you study, and you take quizzes. And then after you take all the courses, you take this big exam. And once you take this big exam, you're certified, and then that's when companies can start working with you.
Nice, nice. So it's like learning to take your driver's test, right? Something you can take it out on your own time and really try to understand it. That's
Mhm.
super interesting. You mentioned you've already been emailing a couple of companies, right? Is it just everybody, or are you trying to go after like athletic companies, or what are we looking at?
I'm currently working on an email with one company. It's a gym company called Optimum Nutrition. I've been using their gym products since I was like in 7th grade. So they're the first company I've started to. I was looking at emailing,
Mm,
and then looking at emailing Wilson and a different type of bat companies. Just just emailing these companies because the goal is to put myself out there. Some of them may not respond. Some of them will respond.
right.
But I've working on emailing my first company though.
Okay, okay, that's so cool, man. That is so cool. I love that you're trying to get your name out there and get that brand pushed. It really become like a business in and of yourself, which that's awesome. I love that we can do that in this day and age and really make ourselves our business.
Mm-hmm.
Just the ways you have it with the technology and the streaming and everything in between. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been of the opinion that NIL is a good thing for college athletes.
It is.
I know some people will not agree with me because of its impact to the greater scene. No, honestly, Daniel doesn't like it. Sorry, I just hit the mic on my chest. I know Daniel actually doesn't like it that much just because of how it's changed the game, but I always thought it would be a good thing. So I'm
It
glad
is.
to hear that you're getting involved in that. That is really cool.
Yes.
I made the joke when I was still playing that if I ever got a deal like that, it would be Ocean Spray because I drink cranberry juice so much. That would have been my go-to company. I don't think I ever emailed them, and if I did, they never got back. Can you believe that? Nah, with emails especially though, in any kind of business, it's like that. Some people answer, some people don't. That's just sending emails, honestly. Like we get that here too, trying to schedule coaching shows and events and everything. But we're getting through it, we're getting through it. All right, what time is it here? We've got 4:26 on the clock, so we're approaching the halfway point of our show. Into our second half hour, we're going to talk pro and college football and a little bit of pro baseball. I know for the people who don't know, Trey's a Texas Longhorns fan. I'm an Oklahoma Sooners fan.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Texas Rangers fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Boston Red Sox fan. Do you like Houston at all? I can't remember. We've talked about this before, though.
I'm a Houston Texans fan as well.
Right. I knew the Texans. Houston Astros?
Oh no, I hate them.
Hate the Astros. Okay, good. It was one of the Houstons, not the other. I do remember that. Yeah, but you're a big CJ Stroud guy. I remember that, yeah.
He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about this upcoming season on the NFL, what the environment in pro baseball is looking like, because the Rangers have a chance. They've got a chance to usurp Houston for that division lead. Talked about that on so many shows in the past. Houston's slipping. But we'll get into all of that on our next segment. We're going to send it to our quick commercial break here. We've hit about the halfway point. We want to give ourselves plenty of time to talk about this stuff. You're listening to The Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk.
After 3 minutes.
I kind of always thought it would be like, I don't know what they're called, but you know how like you can do sponsorships, you just click a button, promote something, they'll give you money for it. It's more like a one-time thing.
I always
thought it would be like that.
I kind of looked at it like that too as well. I'm still like learning about it, but it's kind of like that too, because he's been doing it for my coach has been doing it for 4 years, and he has gotten free pairs of shoes, and he does golf, and it's been working out for him successfully. So
No, I'm disappointed I didn't take advantage of this when I was still playing. Even for a year and a half, that sounds like it would have been great.
I've always thought about how I can get into it, but it just seems like for the lower levels, this is a start.
Nice. Racing Brain Academy. Interesting. I have to get my brother in on it. Who knows? Oh, that reminds me. At the end of the show, I want you to plug your other content creation stuff a little bit.
Oh,
Tell us
okay.
a little bit about the Christian side and everything there.
Okay.
I always want to give you that opportunity.
Okay.
All right, baseball or football first?
Baseball, the Rangers.
Baseball? All right.
We play
let's
the
do it.
Phillies tonight.
That'll be a good game.
I feel like we can get 2 out of 3 out of them. 2 out of 3 or a sweep.
Definitely can. As long as you win on Evaldi's night, you'll have a chance.
Ooh.
If you just don't let Evaldi down, you can win that series.
Was the ground pitch? Let's see the ground pitches. I don't have it. Checking.
It looks like it's Kelly game 1, DeGrom game 2, Evaldi game. Or no, it's Corbin game 3.
Okay.
Is Evaldi on a rest right now?
I think he might be.
Let me look up. 4.5 games.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the last game against New York was a bullpen day. Trying to go back through everything. Oh, he threw against the Yankees in game 2 of that series.
The Yankees?
Okay. Yeah, so he's resting. Gotcha. He'll be back for Arizona probably.
Right.
And it's time for the second half of the game plan here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. The clock has struck 4:30, so that means we're getting into the pro talk now. We're going to start with Major League Baseball. How about it? My team just locked up the last of their young core, giving a big extension to Roman Anthony. I was super happy about that. But both of our teams are actually vying for division leads right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might both be 4.5 games back of division lead. Boston is 4, Texas is 4.5. There you go. In the AL East, Boston is only surpassed by Toronto. In the AL West, Texas still has to beat both Houston and Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. Both of our teams were kind of middling through the first half of the season, but coming out of that All-Star break, it's been lights out for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten an absolutely Cy Young level season out of Nathan Eovaldi,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know how many people saw coming, but that dude is dealing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And on Boston side, we've got Garrett Crochet, who is lights out,
Mm-hmm.
leading that staff as an ace. Did you expect this year for Texas coming into 2025?
No, I expected us to have like a mediocre 80 and 82 year.
A lot of people were thinking World Series hangover.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. I mean, it was a little bit different of a lineup. There were some questions.
Mm-hmm.
You got an aging DeGrom in that rotation, but even he's having a pretty good year. Yeah, I was kind of right there with you. I didn't expect it either.
Mm-hmm. The Grom has surprised me the most. I'm not gonna lie, because he's been a guy who's been injured most of his career, and my thing with him is, can he stay healthy? And so since he's been able to stay healthy, every time he pitches, he delivers. And as a Ranger fan, that's like, I've heard people say, like, you don't want to face this Rangers team in the playoffs, and you don't want to face it now because we just got Merrill Kelly, who's the other dude, Phil, off the Phillies.
Let me try and pull up a roster for you.
And then we got another dude. I don't know the name. I don't remember. But just our pitching staff. Now, I wish we would have got hitting. But one dude I kind of believe we should have traded was Garcia. He's not doing too good this year. Ever since he beat the Astros, he's been kind of just dropping off. But I kind of like our chances, though. I believe Garcia will fix it, though. One player that I've also really loved is Wyatt Langford. He's been doing amazing. Wyatt Langford, Seager is doing amazing. I'm always just shocked by how teams are scared of Seager when it comes to late inning games.
Dude's pretty clutch. That is true. That is maybe one of the best things about this Rangers team is that no matter what, they've got like those two or three clutch players that you never want to see of. No matter how the team is doing, those guys are up at the plate. You don't want to see them. But yeah, you mentioned the trade for Miller. Was it? I didn't keep up with the Rangers trade too much. I got to be honest with you.
We've got the pitcher from the Diamondbacks. His name was
Patrick Corbin, right?
not Corbin.
No, he came from Washington. That's right.
Let me see.
He played for Arizona before that.
Rangers trade.
Got
We got Merrill Kelly,
Right.
and then Phil Mate, and then Danny Carleman.
Okay.
And
I'm with you.
So I'm really excited about those pickups for our team. But I kind of already thought our pitching roster was already set, though. Like with Leiter and Kumar Rocker, they're both young, but they're going to get it together eventually. So I kind of already thought, like, oh, we already got our pitching roster set. What we need is more offense. Because we're usually, growing up, the Rangers were an offensive hitting team. And so now our biggest thing growing up, and which is crazy to say that we fixed it, is pitching. We never had a good bullpen. And when we played at the old ballpark, we played in the Hitters ballpark, and our biggest thing was pitching. When I watched the Rangers over the years, that Blue Jay series when they were really good, pitching was the problem. And so this year, to find out that the pitching is good, it's really amazing.
Nice. Yeah. The lineup right now it's doing all right. Obviously, they're 4.5 games back. They're not doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
The team leader in average is Smith with 266.
Josh Smith, he's very amazing.
Josh Smith, big name. He's been making his waves, obviously. Seager's right behind him at 261, and Langford is at 240. What is it? Why do you think Adolis Garcia had this kind of down year? Why did he have this kind of slump when it seems like the team isn't having it so much?
I think with Adolis is that I watch a lot of his games, and he can be overly aggressive at times. He can swing at bad pitches.
The Javi Baez mentality.
Yeah, he can swing at bad pitches, or then he can have a game where he goes absolutely crazy. He can hit a double, a triple, a single. He can go 4 for 4, and then he'll strike out 5 times. I think, honestly, it's, he's in that slump. Or he had that postseason sign against the Astros, and then he never had it again. And so I think he'll pick it back up. I believe he'll fix some things, and I think he'll make some adjustments before playoffs. But honestly, I mean, it can happen in a lot of hitters' games. They have those slumps and stuff like that. But I believe he'll work on it, and I believe he'll get it fixed.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. Those slumps come in. They come and they hit hard, and then they can go just as fast. Right? Texas right now is coming off of a series against New York. They won that 2-1. Dropped the series finale, but it was a close game. They've got Philadelphia and Arizona coming up. Philadelphia is obviously a very good team. Arizona is kind of having a down year of their own. What is your prediction for these next 2 series then? Because we talked about it in the break, but you think Texas can win the series against Philadelphia?
I think Texas can either sweep Philly or take 2 out of 3 from Philly. Because we beat the Yankees 2 out of 3, I think we have a good chance of beating the Phillies. Okay. And I think we have a good chance of taking that 3rd wild card spot. And the Diamondbacks, I'm going to just say sweep. Because they're not that good.
Let's take a look at that wild card picture since Trey brought it up here. Currently, the division leaders are Toronto, Detroit, and Houston. In the wild card is Boston, Seattle, and New York. Cleveland and Texas are on the outside looking in by only a game and a half. Now, Seattle has been a good team. Cal Raleigh, historic season, home run pace, all that. Cleveland has kind of been in a weird spot.
Yes.
Have you been keeping up with the gambling accusations and everything that's going there?
Yeah. I've heard rumors that we were thinking about getting Clase, yeah. But I was like, I don't know, because he's in a gambling thingy, so I don't know. But the Indians have been like kind of a really weird team this year. I've been watching them.
Yeah, Cleveland they started off hot, and it was kind of bad for a while, and then they were coming back, and we had this news. And now they're a good team, 7-3 in their last 10, but they're not like hitting the heights again. I'm not sure where they'll end up. It's very likely they go on a cold streak to end the season, I'm afraid. But I think they had a player start his rehab assignment that was supposed to be going on. I'll see if I can find that again real quick. But they may be getting more help. So Cleveland's a big question mark. It's New York that we don't think is actually going to make that playoff spot. I do not think the Yankees are going to make it at all from what I've seen this season. They are not a team built to win in October.
They don't have the same firepower like they did last year.
Yeah. And did you see Judge is already the MVP favorite after coming back from injury?
Wow.
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate the Yankees. No, I really don't think New York is going to make it. They're currently sitting at 61-54, but they're 4-6 in their last 10.
Honestly, I think Kyle Riley should win MVP. The season he's had with the Mariners, even though I don't like the Mariners, but the season he's had, I mean, 42 home runs, 42 home runs, the historic season for the Mariners. He's playing catcher, one of the most toughest positions in baseball. Yep. I think he should win over Judge because Judge is the favorite because he's playing in New York and he has a lot more eyes on him, and that's a big market team.
That's so true. That's exactly why. The king of useless home runs does not deserve the AL MVP. I'm with you. I think it should be wrong. He's playing arguably the most valuable position on the field and doing things no catcher has ever done before, at least. Well, I can't say before, but no catcher has done like the last 30 years. He absolutely deserves AL MVP. If New York falls out of the playoffs before we make it to that point, does that mean he gets it and Judge does not? Or do you think Judge gets it if they stay in the playoff picture?
I think Judge gets it if he stays in the playoff picture. I think Riley gets it if the Mariners make it. Now, I don't see the Mariners going far in the playoffs because they've always been like a mediocre team. They've always been like a team who they win like 90 games, but they never can just make that push.
I understand exactly what you mean because I say that about Tampa Bay, and they won the World Series not long ago, but I still see them the same way. They're kind of that little brother in the AL East. They had their high moment, but I won't expect them to get back anytime soon. Yeah, I kind of see that for Seattle. You know, they haven't ever made a World Series, right? So they're still looking for their first in franchise history. I'd say if they were going to make a run, it'd have to be this year because I don't know what their team next year is going to look like if they're going to get the same production out of Raleigh. But I think they see the same way, too, as their deadline acquisitions, really showed. I don't think Seattle is going to be the one to fall out. I think to the end of the regular season, Seattle will stay in the playoff picture. I think if you're going to beat somebody, it has to be New York. I think the Guardians will probably fall off on their own.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of question marks there, a lot of things to be seen. I think you have to go and beat New York for it. That's where I sit on the Rangers. As long as Boston keeps doing what we're doing right now, they're kind of rolling. Young core is doing their great thing. We'll be fine. For Texas, I'd say both you and New York are kind of in that situation where your future is in your own hands, but kind of for opposite reasons. It's like everything you want, you just have to go out and grab. And everything New York wants, they just have to try not to lose, not to let it slip through. But I feel a lot better about Texas' chances than New York. I'll tell you that right now.
I feel better about Texas because we're in a better position. We're really good at home, but we're terrible on the road. The biggest series that I looked at was when we played the Angels and the Mariners. I wish we would have took 2 out of 3 against the Angels, and then especially the Mariners. The Mariners, we played them close, but we could just never seem to beat the Mariners.
Yeah, winning against divisional opponents, winning series like that, especially in close games, is so important. LA is behind Texas right now. LA is 30-30 at home and 25-30 on the road. Texas is 36-21 at home, but 24-35 on the road. That's worse than every other team in the AL West. Not a great road team. That is the one thing they have to overcome. And you kind of hinted on it. You mentioned that they were a much better home team, that power can kind of disappear from the lineup at times. I don't know. I don't think Texas is going to make a World Series run. I don't mean to offend you. I don't think they got the World Series this year. But if they want a chance, yeah, you're right. They've got to win those close series against division opponents, against tough guys on the road. They have to. They won't make it if they don't. I don't know what Texas' strength of schedule is. Do you happen to know that off the top of your head? I only know the top in the AL East.
No, I just know the next 2 series we have is the Phillies and the Diamondbacks.
The Phillies are currently leading the NL East by 2.5 games over the Mets. They're 5-5 in their last 10, but with a 65-49 record, they're doing pretty good. The Mets, pull them up real quick. The Diamondbacks, that's the next series, are at the bottom of the NL West, really a non-contender right now. No one's expecting them to do anything. I think that could be a sweep. I definitely think so. But this is, with this Phillies series, exactly, it's like you've got to win it. You've got to get at least 2 games. Don't lose that series to Philly coming off of this win against New York. You don't want to take a step forward and then go 2 steps back, right? Because we are getting into the middle of August. This season is going to be over before everybody realizes it. 1, 2, 3. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 series left. That's all we got. 15
Wow.
before it's postseason time.
I know we have 2 big series against the Astros coming up.
You do, yes.
And they look even more scary with getting Carlos Correa back.
What do you think about that move, by the way? Correa back to Houston
I
was
was-
not on my radar.
I was shocked. I was like, oh no, like. But they don't have the same firepower like the Astros always did, though.
They don't have Bregman.
Mhm.
That's what they're missing. No, I'm with you. Yeah, they're getting that sort of pseudo core together with Altuve and Correa back. Yeah, Bregman was such a big part of that. They had Jordan too. Like, yeah, they don't have the same core. I don't know how much it'll take them. A lot of people say the Twins selling was the right move, which I think it seems to be. I think that division has gotten a little bit too far away from them. But to your point, you've got Houston at the start and middle of September. And by the way, you end the season with the regular season with Cleveland. That team that is also right there vying for that last wild card spot.
That may
with
be
you.
a playoff series.
That's what it is. This, more than ever, is the time where Texas has to win series. Cannot lose series anymore. You've got teams you need to beat. Arizona, Athletics, the Marlins,
Oh yeah.
Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
And you've got those series that are going to be close, but if you want to really be a playoff team, you're going to have to find a way to win. And that's where Texas is at right now. Again, for you guys, everything you want is there. You just have to go grab it. So I think Texas will have a really good end of the season. I think it'll be a really fun end of the season to watch.
Whew.
Yeah, I don't know where that would rank on like a strength of schedule. For my team, we've got like the 14th toughest remaining schedule, but the Blue Jays have like the 4th toughest.
Blue Jays? Oh,
Yeah.
They've
schedule.
been a surprise this year.
Yeah.
One of my favorite players is Bo Bichette. I love his game and just his swag too.
He's pretty swaggy. Yeah, I don't know where Toronto came from. Beat Colorado 20-1 recently. That's a thing.
It's crazy.
All right, but we got to wrap it up on the baseball segment. We talked about our 2 teams, talked about Texas and Houston's outlook here. We're going to send it to our break. We're going to come back with football. We'll talk some pro and some college, I think. You're listening to The Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk.
I think the Blue Jays are a surprise team this year.
I don't know. I really don't know where they came from. I don't know what they did.
I got them making the championship series.
Ooh. All right, man. If you say so. No.
They have a chance.
No, I can see it. Yeah, I absolutely see it.
But playing in Toronto is tough, especially in October.
Excuse me. Yeah.
They gave us Ranger fans nightmares.
I mean, they're doing crazy good at home too. Like almost as good as Boston is doing at home. It's nuts.
I say if we make the playoffs, we'll play them.
I can see it.
We'll play them.
1 versus 8. Yeah.
We'll hopefully we get our get back. You know, Bautista, what he did.
You still remember that one?
I remember coming out of daycare and we're listening to my mom's. My mom was listening to it in the car, and as soon as we get out, the first thing I hear was Bautista hit the ball and it's gone. I was like, oh no. I was like 7 or 6 at the time, or 8, and I was like, oh my gosh, no. I think I was like in 7th or 6th grade. Yeah.
Before we get actually, no, I'll just ask you now while we're in break since we're live on Facebook. What do you think, Luka Doncic? What do you think of that new contract?
Luka Doncic. I'm a Maverick fan. I hope Luka stays in LA.
Really?
I hope Luka stays in LA. I hope he wins some rings there because I hope he really just shows Nico what he missed out on.
You're doing it out of spite.
I used to go to Maverick games since I was like in middle school, and I watched Luka play. And I was very upset about that. I was in my dorm room sleeping, and I woke up. Next thing I know, is Luka's traded to the Lakers. I hope Luka wins a ring there.
Okay, what do you think that means for LeBron?
I think LeBron's going to retire. He's either going to get traded or get retired. He's going to
I'm
retire.
surprised he hasn't retired. He got the 1 year with the Sun. He got the 1 or 2 years he played with him. I'm surprised he hadn't retired
I think
already.
he wants to play with Bryce.
wants to play with the second one too. Dude, this guy's going to be playing for like 60 years.
I think Bryce will be a freshman, but I don't.
Who was in-
Give him a call at 40.
Hey, welcome back to the Game Plan here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. If you've been listening online, I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you've been watching on Facebook Live, I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Thank you for tuning in. We're live on Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk. You should tune in there every time we do a show. A big thank you to Trey Allison for coming on the show tonight. It's been a fun one already. Hope you're enjoying.
Yes, sir, I am.
All right. We've got football here on this last segment. We're going to get into some college and pro talk. Before we do, though, I got to play this video for you because I saw it before the show and I thought I've got to get Trey on this. Is this baseball player's name real or is it made up? Snuffy Sternweiss.
Oh, that's gotta be made up.
It's real. He played for the Yankees.
What?
Second baseman, third baseman, shortstop.
Oh, second baseman.
This is all time, so it's not current. Topsy Hartzell.
I have no idea who that is. It made up?
Nope, that one's real too.
What?
He played left field.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my video froze. Hold on, give me a second. We're professional.
Wow.
All right. Corwin Wickersham IV.
Oh, what a name. What a name. Real.
Actually, I'm just going to let you
Who
guys
is
find
neither
it.
a dead baseball player or a Civil War general. Spinner
Here's the
Jones
next one.
is not a
Oh, well, he just went and said it.
Not real.
Moose Salters.
Not real.
Salters is a real human being.
Wow.
Moose Salters, left fielder, born in Pittsburgh. How about that?
These are some names.
Johnny Gooch.
Johnny Gooch.
Johnny Gooch. Johnny Gooch. Real.
Bummer.
Not real.
Wow.
Dude, it's okay. It's okay. There's a second one. Is this baseball player's name real or did I make it up? Part 2, currently active players.
Is this baseball player's name real or did I make it up? Part 2, currently active players. Lars Nootbaar.
Oh, yeah, he's real. He's real.
That's a gimme. That's a gimme.
Not a delicious chocolate candy. Orion Kerkering
And I never heard of him. Real or
is a real human being.
real?
Rob Refschneider
Wow, that's something there. Real.
That's real.
is a monster I created of 2 living people.
Oh, well, he spelled it wrong. Okay, that's a cheap one. He spelled it wrong on the video, and that was the gotcha. Rob Refsnyder is a real person.
This must be how Victor Frankenstein felt. Jansen Junk is making me.
Ah, it didn't freeze. He's real. Miguel Bagre.
Is real.
Wrong. Not real.
It roughly translates to Miguel the Catfish.
Mm.
Dick Fountain
Oh, okay. Gotta be real.
is recognized as a real human being.
Rich Hill.
Rich Hill?
That's his nickname.
Oh, I feel like I've heard of Rich Hill before.
One of them, at least, on Baseball Reference. All right, I just want to do that one, see how many you get. I would not. I do terrible at things like that. All right, but we got to talk football. Training camps have been going on, but the preseason is officially here.
Training camps.
Did you have any big news out of Houston training camp?
I've been looking at I've been in this Texans group chat on Facebook. I've been looking at it kind of here and there. One player that's been having problems is, I think, Gardner or somebody. They keep getting arrested. Problems, stuff like that. That's that. But besides that, CJ Stroud's been doing good in training camp. Been mainly looking at our division opponents. Crazy that AR gets hurt on
Yeah, tell me about
first
it.
preseason game.
Finger injury had to come out of the game.
And then the Jaguars, Travis Hunter. I think he should just stick to one position. Because in the NFL, it's a way different breed. I say the division's ours again. it's no competition. We're gonna go like 10-7, 11-6, 12-5.
Okay.
CJ Stroud looks good. We lost Stephon Diggs, but he has a lot of off-field drama that we don't need on our team. So we have Christian Kirk, Nico Collins, one of my favorite Texans, Nick Chubb. Oh my gosh, I was excited when we got him.
That was a pretty big pickup.
Yes, Damon Pierce. We just look, and then we got some good receivers out of the draft. I think we have a chance to really make it push for Super Bowl this year if we fix our O-line.
Okay. A Super Bowl year, perhaps. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Dallas has not had quite the good preseason. Tell you that already.
Yeah.
News for the wrong reasons. You've heard it, obviously. Mike Parsons, Jerry Jones, that whole drama.
Pay Micah Parsons.
They do. They do.
Pay him. Give him his money.
The Cowboys are bringing back running back Malik Davis to help out in the backfield, so that is something. For those 3 preseason games, the Raiders and Seahawks tied.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles beat the Bengals 34-27, and the Ravens beat who were the Ravens playing?
Colts.
They were playing the Colts. They beat them 24-16. There's your score from the 3 preseason. We got more tonight and then more tomorrow.
One player that plays tonight is Shador.
That is true. We got to see how he does for the Browns.
And I've been seeing stuff online in the news like Stephen A. Smith that they're setting him up to fail.
Same exact take we had yesterday's show. We talked about it. Said there's no way he has a good career in Cleveland. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
He's talented. Don't get me wrong, but that is not a program known for putting out good quarterbacks.
No.
And like we talked about, he's got to deal with Dylan Gabriel. He's got to compete for it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're on the same page as us because we don't think it's going to be a good spot for him.
I think he'll get traded. I think he'll get traded to a team that is great for him, and hopefully it's not the AFC South.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hopefully it's not the AFC South. Hopefully it's. I can kind of see him going to. Who needs a quarterback right now?
Indianapolis.
Maybe the Colts. The Raiders.
Okay.
Raiders. Maybe the Bucks.
Nah, I don't see him going to the Bucks. I mean, they could give him time to learn under Baker, who's kind of that gunslinger personality. But I guess I could see that, but I don't know. It wouldn't be for a little bit still. All right, but the pro season hasn't started yet, and we're running out of time. So let's pivot real quick to college football. On the past show, we went through Oklahoma's schedule, kind of gave our takes on how much they could finish. The absolute best, everything goes right, and they win close games. No one gets injured. We are thinking 2 to 3 losses. Realistically, gonna be a middle of the road season, 5-6-ish, 6-5 maybe winning. What is that looking like for Texas? Because you've got championship aspirations with Arch Manning behind center.
Okay, I see us when we played Jeremiah Smith. We let up 3 yards to him. Our biggest problem was on that game was why in the world did we do that pitch on 1st and goal? I can see us beating Ohio State. But if we play that night, oh my gosh, that would have been
You're going to find out what you're made of in week 1, which is insane.
Everybody's hyping up Arch, and I'm not hyping him up. I'm just kind of just sitting and waiting to see what he's really like. He has his first big test against Ohio State on Fox. A lot of eyes going to be on the game. I say Arch gets it done.
Okay.
Because he did it against A&M, he can do it. He can do it.
High State's a little bit tougher of a program than A&M. Not that A&M is bad. They're ranked this year in the preseason. But, yeah, it's Ohio State, Texas, week 1. It's nasty work. That's crazy. Both teams are going to have those things they still need to figure out, obviously. But you can't ask for a much tougher opponent for your first game and what they want to be, again, a championship season. I see most people are giving Texas like 2 losses. I think that's what a lot of people are going for. I'm kind of right there with you. Obviously, I hope it's more, obviously, but
the ceiling is 12-0, and we could go 11-1.
I kind of thought you would say that.
11-1, because I say that Georgia game is going to give us problems.
That's fair. Is that on the road? Okay, thought so. Yeah, Georgia's going to have a good team. They're ranked like number 3 in the coaches poll right now, so they're up there too. You've got a tough schedule. Both our teams, honestly, have a really tough schedule. But yeah, I kind of thought you would say that. The cap is undefeated, and the floor is 2 losses, say.
2 losses. I see us making the SEC championship game. I see us taking it this year. And then for OU, my prediction is look at your schedule. But let me look at it again just to make sure because I had a prediction. I know that Coach Blackwell's going to have us working the OU game,
Yep.
and I don't like doing that because I'm a Longhorn fan. But if I'm working the OU game, the one I'm excited to see the most is Bryce Underwood. He's a freshman quarterback. He's going on the road. Game day may be at that game too. And so here's my prediction. I see y'all beating Illinois State. Now Michigan, that I don't know. Like that can go either way. But if I had to guess, I have OU winning. Oklahoma's a tough place to play. It's going to be a night game. Bryce don't know what's going to be in a hostile atmosphere. OU's going to be loud. I say OU wins by 6.
That's what we said.
30.
We're thinking a quick 3-0 to get the season. It's that Auburn game that we get caught on.
Oklahoma beats Temple, and then Auburn. That's going to be a game because Arnold's going to be mad. He's going to be furious. Arnold's going to either have the game of his life or he's going to really suck. Or he's going to do mediocre. I have John Mateer is a really good quarterback. He did well last year. But I have OU winning that game.
Okay.
I have because I just don't know how Jackson Arnold's going to do. He's going back to Oklahoma. He could either have a revenge game. It can go both ways. But I have OU winning by 10.
So not a blowout, but a 2-possession win.
Mm-hmm. Kent State 5-0. Texas, that game's going to be close. John Mateer's back. Oklahoma's healthy this year. I have OU losing by 7, 10, or 3 or 6. Anywhere in that range.
That's closer than I would have given it. To be honest.
I really think y'all have a better quarterback than y'all did last year. Just if you don't have injuries, I see y'all playing Texas close.
Yeah, that is the big thing for OU's injuries because we've already had a couple at running back, wide receiver, so it's going to be we'll have our questions too.
Now the ceiling on that game is it can go both ways. It can be close or it can be a 30-point blowout. But I have it being more close this year though.
All right. That's optimistic. It's good.
And then you'll have a really tough game at South Carolina. Y'all not gonna beat them. That's gonna be a tough game, and it says noon or 1 p.m. If it was at night, y'all would lose for sure. But I have South Carolina beating y'all.
Okay, so back-to-back losses to kick off October.
But then I don't know
Or the middle of it.
I don't know how Ole Miss looks. Are they good this year?
I actually have no idea. I didn't think so.
No?
I haven't heard anything about them.
Yep.
I know Tennessee is a better team, but they've had their stuff too.
Y'all have Ole Miss. Y'all probably beat them by like 2.
Yeah, that's at home too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say the advantage there is definitely OU.
So we're at 6-2 right now, and y'all finish off the year with Tennessee. I heard Tennessee is not that good this year.
They just lost the quarterback, right? That was one of those. That was the NIL transfer.
And they don't get a better quarterback until they just had a dude who used to go to my high school. His name is Legend Bay. He just committed there.
Really?
And so, he went to Mesquite Horn for like a year or two, something like that. He transferred to North Forney. So, y'all playing at Tennessee. That atmosphere is ruckus and loud. I say it's not going to be a 4:30 kickoff. I don't see y'all beating Tennessee.
I would be with you and say that is one of the coin flips.
Mm-hmm.
Because OU always has those games where you probably should win and they lose. They blow somehow. I can see that being a coin flip. I'll take that loss. I'll take it.
Bama, loss. Missouri, win. LSU at home. That's going to be an upset.
Think so.
Mm-hmm. LSU, they're known for choking games on the road. They're known for that.
It's not Joe Burrow anymore.
The floor for OU is 9-3, 10-2. The ceiling is 7-5, 8-4.
Backwards. The ceiling is 2 losses.
Ceiling is 2 losses, but I hear going 7-5 or 8-4.
That's pretty realistic, I'd say. That's a realistic outlook on that. Yeah, because we know it. OU always has one or two games. It's like they're the favorites, they should win, and then they somehow lose by one, like one possession or something stupid happens. It happens. We know, but that's not as pessimistic as I was expecting from a Texas fan. So thank you for that.
I mean, y'all are. I'm just being realistic. Y'all are much more better this year than y'all were last year. Mateer is way better than Arnold. So I say Venables keeps his job, and I say that y'all have a better future at OU.
All right.
I just don't see y'all winning the Natty.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I'm with you there. No, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm excited to see Mateer. I'm excited to see Manning this season. Those will be two good ones.
Who are y'all's receivers?
Oh, dude, I'd have to pull up a roster, and we do not have time for it. We got some new ones, though. I can tell you that. New running back, new receiver, so it's a new group. Before we go, you got to tell us a little bit about your other stuff, your content creation, the Christian side.
So what I do for content creation is I do like gaming content too, so I live stream, stuff like that. And I have a Christian channel that I have 3K on YouTube.
Nice.
I kind of do like preaching videos, stuff like that, but I kind of took a break. I kind of wanted to make more day-in-life videos and express myself more and make it more fun. To look at content that works. And so I do that. I do gaming content. My Christian content channel is The Official Trey with 2 L's. I'll read it. It's The Official Trey. My gaming channel is Snaggy Trey TV. And then my Christian content page is The Official Trey with 1 L. And so right now I'm working on making that first video back. But yeah, I do it on TikTok. And what really inspired me to do it was just when I came to Jesus, he called me at 15. I just wanted to help people grow in the Lord. So I definitely do think that at some time I will preach and stuff. And I definitely do think that I will eventually step into that.
Nice.
I just don't think it's right now because I really want to get grounded more in God and the Word.
Mhm.
When I was at Upper Room in the summer, the church I go to in Dallas, I was looking at going to their ministry school, something like that, just to specifically learn more about the Bible. I didn't want to go to learn how to preach. I just wanted to specifically go to just learn more about who God is and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy the content stuff is going so well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to go and follow you later on all my stuff. But hey, we're a little bit over time now. Thank you for sticking with us this whole time. It's been great having Trey on. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. You've been listening to the Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. We're at the end of the week, so we'll see you next Monday. Have a great weekend. Until next time, God bless. Wow. What'd you think?
I like that.
Short and simple.
I
A
like
lot of
that.
fun.
I like that.
Ah, man, you let me down. I was planning to argue with you and fight about that OU schedule.
Y'all look better this semester. Y'all look better this year. And either hater. Y'all look better.